What's good on my stock market homies? The stock market is crashing. Everybody with a microphone, everybody with a mouthpiece has been talking about the stock market is going to crash for the last couple of months. So today and yesterday, the stock market being down, the usual suspects back on the YouTube talking about the stock market crashing. And here on the channel, we don't panic. We don't panic sell. So we're going to breathe. We're going to do like Mike Lowry in Bad Boys, and we're going to woosah, and we're going to step back. We're going to take a look at the overall market and some of the leading indicators and see if this is actually a crash. Should we be alarmed, or is this just another pullback that's going to get bought back up like the other 50 pullbacks we've seen over the last couple of months? So let's break it down. Let's jump into the charts. But before we get started, everybody do me a big solid. Destroy the like button. Take your two fingers and judo jab, snake eye jab the like button in the eye. Because the like button is not our friend, and it is our duty to destroy it. All right, got the charts pulled up. We got the S&P 500, the SPY pulled up on the screen. The first thing I want to talk about is the history of the stock market. We can look back. History tends to repeat itself. And if we use history as an indicator, over the last couple of years, anytime, excluding the Rona, we're not going to count the Rona, but over the last 12 months, any pullback has got bought up. And if you would have bought those dips, you would be making out like a bandit right now. You'd be sitting on some cheese. You'd be guapped up. You would have made a lot of money. So right now we are in the beginning stages of another one of those pullbacks. So is this time going to be different? Is this the actual crash? Well, let's break it down. Let's talk about some economic factors, some outside factors such as political factors, and what's going on in the world. What could impact the market to cause a crash? The first factor that could cause a stock market crash is inflation. The Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, they keep talking about this inflation. The US dollar weakening, the government printing money left and right. The money printers are rolling 24 hours a day. So inflation is definitely not a good thing. There's talks that inflation could cause the next stock market crash. Inflation is the dirtiest word on the street right now. It's worse than any of those words. Inflation is worse. So inflation is not necessarily going to cause a crash. Sure, gas may cost more, milk may cost more, but Tesla stock could cost more as well. So not necessarily. Slow the roll here a second. Inflation is not going to cause a stock market crash, even if it is a really high rate of inflation. The next thing we need to talk about is Uncle Joe and his capital gains tax increase proposal. If you're not familiar with what capital gains is, say you bought 100 shares of Tesla stock. You bought 100 shares of Tesla stock for $100 a share. You then sell it for $200 a share. That $100 is taxed. That is capital gains tax. So Joe Biden has proposed that he is going to raise the capital gains tax for investors who make over $1 million a year. So what is going to happen if this bill is passed and the capital gains tax is raised? Obviously, these investors are going to sell their stocks to avoid paying this higher capital gains tax.
They know something. I can feel it. Let's get in on it.
Moving! Not yet. Almost.
140.
Hey, to me. Minneapolis.
Now,
South Garden, April of 142!
That's not right. How can the price be going down?
Something's wrong. Where's Wilson?
So I do believe if this bill gets passed, that there could be a pullback in the stock market as big investors rush to sell their stocks to capitalize on a lower tax rate. However, That said, I don't see this bill getting passed anytime soon, and I don't think it's cause for concern just yet. Could cryptocurrency crash the stock market? What are you talking about, Kevin? How could crypto crash the stock market? Well, just hear me out. What if a bunch of retail traders, we don't have endless money. As retail traders, we have a limited amount of capital to invest in stocks, real estate, crypto. So crypto is becoming more and more popular. Investors are buying these altcoins. Speaking of, you can now buy crypto on Webull, and they're also going to give you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. So claim that down below with the link in the description. Get your 2 free stocks, get your free money, and start trading with the best broker out there, Webull. So let's say the stock market has $50 trillion market cap, right, of all the companies in there. And let's say the crypto markets have a 3 trillion. These numbers are stupid. I have no idea if they're anywhere accurate. These are coming straight out of So let's say retail traders take out 1 trillion of the stock market and put it into altcoins and cryptocurrency. That could definitely have an effect on the stock market, and it's something that we need to keep our eye on. But no, I don't think traders taking money out of stocks and putting it into crypto is going to crash the stock market. Let's talk about the infrastructure bill. The infrastructure bill is going to impact the stock market one way or the other. And I think if this bill gets passed, and I do think Biden does get an infrastructure bill passed, I think it is going to help the stock market. Sure, you get all the inflation guys saying inflation, government spending. Yeah, I agree. We're spending too much money as a government. But anytime you inject this much capital into the economy, it's going to help. And I think if this infrastructure bill does get passed, the Republicans and Democrats can come to an agreement. McConnell looks like he's willing to negotiate. If that does happen, I think the stock market will actually benefit from the upcoming infrastructure bill. I do not think this is a stock market crash. I think YouTubers and social media influencers in the finance space need to be careful with the clickbaity titles, and I am in that camp too. I will probably use a stock market crash title on this video, but I do not think the stock market crash is coming today. It will happen. We will have a correction, but I don't think it's just yet. Every single dip we have seen over the last year and a half has been bought up, and I don't think this is any exception. I think we have profit taking. If we go back to the chart and look at the daily chart on the S&P, we were trading up above 420 on the S&P. It's normal for people to take some profit off the table, lock it in. We get a little bit of a pullback, let's say down to 395 on the S&P 500, and then investors are sitting there thinking to themselves, wait a second. We just took some profit up at 420. We're back down at 390. This is a good place to buy the dip. Then you have dip buyers come in. It's a cycle. You have the crashes coming, guys. Oh no, crash. And it's only a little pullback. The smart investors buy that little pullback and then ride the wave to new all-time highs. And I do expect to see new all-time highs on the SPY within the next 2-3 months, right? So I think we pull back, we get infrastructure bill agreement between Republicans and Democrats. Even if we don't, I think we round back out and we break that 420 level on the SPY. And the overall market, we're talking about the overall market here, but individual stocks obviously tend to track the overall market. So buy the dip, sell the rip. That's my philosophy. It always has been, always will be. Buy the dip, baby. And this is no exception. I do not think this is a stock market crash. If you got anything of value at all from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button. The most important thing you can do, hit that notification button, because if you don't, you'll never see my videos. Also, get your 2 free stocks, link in the description, with Webull, the absolute best broker out there. And check out the link for life insurance. Everybody should have life insurance. We've partnered with Ladder Life Insurance It's a great life insurance company. If something happens to you, you want your family to be protected, Ladder Life Insurance will give you a quote in as little as 5 minutes. It's some of the cheapest, best life insurance on the market, so there will be a link down there for that as well. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.